So what's happening, YouTube? I'm going to start a blog today inspired by a lot of vloggers. Well, I said a blog, so I'm starting off on a good foot, right? So I'm going to start a vlog today inspired by a lot of the vloggers that I like to watch. There's so many to name. Obviously, Adam the Woo, Tim and Jenn, the Trackers, the Key West kayak fisherman. I love watching him, and a bunch of random stuff that I watch on YouTube, and countless hours that I lose, when I fall into that vortex that is the interwebs. So what I figured is I spend some time on the road and some time just riding around between jobs, and then a lot of times on the jobs, and I just see some of the craziest crap, and I try to post pictures of it on Facebook or tell my friends about it. And a lot of times I might tell the story, and I don't know if people think it's made up. They sure laugh and have a good time about it, but I think if I could document it on camera, there's no dispute to it, because it's just a crazy world we live in, and being out and about, you see just a lot of random crap. I mean, just people doing crazy stuff in traffic to, this ridiculous stuff, overloading their vehicles and hauling stuff down the road, to just some knuckleheads on the side of the road trying to make a buck by solicitation or what have you. So, it's crazy out there, and these are some of the things I see, but I don't think my vlog is going to be totally about that. It's titled Today's Situation. So welcome to day one of Today's Situation, and we're going to find out what today's situation leads to. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Currently I've got an appointment I've got to go make. I've got to fuel up my truck, so that's going to be part one of my day. I believe I've got a couple service calls to do. If for some reason I can get that finished in a reasonable amount of time, I've got another little job I've got to go finish up that I started a couple weeks ago that just haven't been able to make it back. It's in the next town over, so I'd really like to get that wrapped up for the guy. So that's today's situation, and I'll be back when business picks up. Stay tuned. Starting today's situation off with some, I would say, medium fog. I guess in some areas where it hasn't cleared out yet, it could have been heavy, medium heavy. It's enough to keep the windshield a little wet for a bit. I don't know what this is going to lead to. Hopefully we get a little bit of sun. Sure would like a break in this hot weather we've been having lately. It has been so hot for a winter time. Goodness gracious. I posted about that on my Facebook page the other day. I said, we're 90 days away from spring. I hope we get at least a week of cool weather, for crying out loud. It has been absolutely miserable. 2 days ago, you're looking at, December 20th or December 19th. And the temperature was 90 degrees, for crying out loud, and the humidity must have been well in the upper 80s. It felt like June. Just absolutely miserable. Just absolutely miserable. There's the American flag up there this morning. Just enough breeze to barely make it move. Standing proud, reminding us of our country and everything we can do. In one of my other ventures, I spend a lot of time on the football field, and it's hardly a time goes by when the national anthem's played, or is played anywhere, and the colors are presented, that I just can't help but get the chills, thinking about everything that stands for, and the tragedies that we've seen as a nation in my almost 40 years, and what my family members that are enlisted, or the family members that were enlisted, have gone through, to help preserve our way of life. It's amazing. There are people out there that are willing to step up and be brave and be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. And I think it's important that we remember that red, white, and blue, that's exactly what that means. It needs to remind us that there are people out there standing up for us, men and women, and they are and families and their kids that are sacrificing for something bigger than themselves, and that's to keep us safe and protected. So if you don't take anything else away from today's vlog, you know, take that away about what the American flag means to me, and you know, maybe reflect a little bit and think about what it means to you, especially going into the holiday season, as we think about those people that are some of those that I've mentioned that cannot be with their families, and you know, and that's just another short part of the sacrifice that they're making. So yeah, take that away for you. All right, so I was a little early for my appointment, and they're pretty right on time at the appointment I'm going to. But if there's any other procrastinators out there as far as Christmas shopping goes, and wait till 2, 3, maybe even 1 day before Christmas before you start buying gifts, just found a little secret. Yeah, we know Walmart's a madhouse, but we all have things we have to buy at Walmart for Christmas gifts. So anyway, I'm coming out of the local Walmart, and it is roughly 8:15. So I've been in there maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the most. And guess what? No lines, no hassle. Anything I wanted was right there on the shelf. And yeah, it was an in and out kind of deal. So get up early, run over to Walmart, and get your stuff there if you need things from there. Just another little tip. See what else today's situation brings. So my appointment's finally over. It was a 9 o'clock appointment. I got to visit with the guy at 9:40. 9:53, I'm already out on the road driving. So you wait an hour in the room, or between the time you sign in and the time they walk in the room, you wait an hour for them to see you for 10 minutes so they can bill the insurance company and make a bunch of money. Go figure. Any rate, I was just driving along thinking about something here, and you know, I'm wearing a hat today, and sometimes I wear a hat to work, sometimes I don't. Almost always wear a hat when I go fishing or something like that, and it started making me think about the hat I got on. This hat I got at the seafood festival in our town, I don't know, early this summer, whenever it was, and ran into Captain Josh Taylor from Salty Scales. He had his booth set up selling his apparel. I got my daughter one of the shirts he's got. It's got redfish scales down the side. It's that you know, polyester type shirt. It's got UV protection built in, great for being out on the boat. I really liked the camo pattern on this hat. Really thought his logo was cool, and his story is really cool. Not affiliated with him at all. He's got a great channel on YouTube if you guys are into fishing, especially the local Florida waters. He's got a lot of great information. If you scroll back to some of his first videos, right on up through his videos he's got now, his videos are posted every so often. His website sells the apparel, Salty Scales channel. I really like it. It's really cool. There's a lot of information on there. You can learn a lot if you pay attention to what he says. He's got some really cool stuff, and he's got some really cool apparel too. So I don't get anything from him. It's my first, obviously, vlog. Just thought about fishing. Looked up in the mirror, realized what hat I was wearing, and just thought I would give some love to him. Maybe turn some people who may not necessarily have heard about him onto him. Check out his channel, you'll love it. So far, today's situation is I've got to go get some material now. I've got a couple other jobs that were just given to me that I was unaware of. So got to do just a small bit of backtracking to grab some material and head out and go get this work done. So I guess the lesson for today about today's situation is going to be, you may think you have something planned in the morning, but during the day, the stuff changes. And when it does, it could completely shift what happens the rest of that day. Or in my case, yesterday, my day shifted and it changed the rest of the week. So today's situation is always changing. Shh. Be very quiet. I see one. I see one. Oh, there's one over there. Oh, no. There's one over there. They're going to get me. They're going to get me. Huh. Who knew? I always heard that deer like this were a little bit skittish. Heck, you can walk right up on these guys. I wonder if they're playing possum. Are you playing possum, little deer? Are you a possum? I'll never know. All right, so here I am back in the truck. Not a whole lot of crazy stuff or goofy stuff or funny stuff happening in the as far as with my hands-on stuff today at work. So not really a whole lot to show for that, but you know, there will be the days. All in all, I have really enjoyed talking to you guys. I know I can get long-winded and digress a little bit, so I don't know what the proper length for the vlogs without being too crazy is, and I don't know what the etiquette is, but I'm probably going to do a lot of editing and cut out this. Hell, I might even cut out what I'm saying now, for all I know. But at any rate, it has been kind of neat taking a few minutes here and there and documenting things and just talking. It has been really, really cool. I didn't think it was going to be this fun just speaking to the camera, you know, so that was kind of neat. We did have a couple cool pictures and some things. My day's not over yet as far as anything too crazy being able to happen. However, I think because of the amount of footage that I have I think because of the amount of footage I currently have, I might go ahead and edit and clip things. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. I'm going to use an editing / vlog software that I had downloaded this morning and put on my phone. I'm actually shooting with a Galaxy Edge 7. So if there's anything that you guys could recommend as far as apps to make vlogging easier or editing easier, please feel free to include it in a link, or link it to me in the comment section, or even I'm going to post this on the Adam the Woovian page. I started a link talking about us Woovians putting up personal video vlogs. So I'm going to put that link in there. It's been kind of cool seeing the feedback already about the suggestion I made this morning. So hopefully that's something to catch on. Maybe the admins will give us a pinned post or not, but even if they don't, maybe underneath this post I have on Facebook we can do it. Who knows? I just think it's pretty cool. This really is going to make my days be pretty cool. I think look forward to the time that I'm going to have in the vehicle to talk to you, the times that I'm going to see things and put on the vlog. So it's just kind of different, I don't know what to do. What about closing the vlog? Adam's famous vlog over is great. There's got to be some kind of fancy way to close the vlog without stealing somebody else's idea. As far as creativity goes, I've heard one time you get a B+ for being creative. You get an A+ for stealing somebody else's idea and making it better. So I don't know. That was just a funny joke somebody told me one time. But when you get out there in the creative world, when you start doing creative things, as a part-time hobby, I do a lot of digital editing, digital creations, as far as Illustrator and Photoshop and that kind of stuff. I really do enjoy that. I don't get to spend as much time doing it as I used to, but I do enjoy it. And most of the way I learned was watching YouTube videos where people were discussing how to do that kind of stuff, and I would just recreate what they did to see if I could do it. And that's how I learned how to do stuff. So I guess in essence, vlogging is quite the same way. I mean, there's no reason for any of us to go out and reinvent the wheel. The groundwork's already been laid by the people who've done this in the early stages, when it was unheard of to record yourself. I think back to the Truman Show, and I still like that movie. I think that movie still holds up. you know, you look at it and they're following this guy 24/7, and then we had shows come in like Big Brother and you know, Real World. For those of us that, you know, were younger in the 90s and had the Real World on MTV, that was I don't want to use the word groundbreaking. By no stretch of the imagination did it change our culture, but it was different. It was reality television before it was reality television. So now we're at this level, the digital age of reality television for us, for the Generation X and the millennials. So, you know, it's really, really neat. Really neat. But I think I'm going to wrap my vlog here soon, and I don't know, I've probably shot, I'm going to guess, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or 45 minutes of video today throughout the day. I'm going to go on record by saying that because I'm really curious to see, after I edit, what is actually going to be posted. You know, I want to know how much effort, how much time does it take to get decent content. How much time does it take to get decent content? So you guys will notice I stutter a little bit. I stumble across my words. I'm no English major here. Just a good old boy from down here in Southwest Florida, born and raised. Been out of the state quite a few times. Been, you know, worked all over from the Midwest all the way to the Northeast and back down. So I've got some experience. I have some experience of being on the road, meeting people, you know, different cultures, different ethnicities, different cultures, different backgrounds, different races, men, women, machines, animals. You know, I'm worldly, sort of. Worldly, sort of. So anyway, I think it's been a pretty good introduction from me. I hope that my vlogs continue to get better, and I think with practice and just being out and doing it, I think they will get better. This is my first one, so please be gentle, and constructive criticism is definitely welcome. And if you guys completely hate it, you know, and you thumbs down me, that's fine. I'll try to do better next time. It's just, you know, there's some just crazy stuff that happens, and I want to document it and see see how it goes. And I don't know if that's going to be a 7-day-a-week vlog. I keep saying blog. I don't know if that's going to be a 7-day-a-week vlog, a 5-day-a-week vlog, a 3-day-a-week vlog. Whatever the schedule is that I decide to keep, I'm going to, you know, make it happen. Oh, now see, there's a crash. I wonder if somebody was texting and driving, or vlogging and driving. This is a school zone after all. You're only supposed to go 20 miles an hour. So, doesn't look like there's any bodily harm. But at any rate, guys, unless something pops up between now and the next little bit, this might be where I'm going to wrap the vlog. I'd like to find some nice music to run in the background for certain things. So, you know, I want to just kind of make it my own, make it kind of neat. So, any suggestions for editing software, inexpensive, because I'm just starting out and I don't want to sink $20 or $30 in an app that I don't know if I'm going to be able to operate it. I do have access to a tablet, so if you guys are vlogging with tablets, or you have better success vlogging with a tablet, kind of let me know how you do that. You know, I do have some photography equipment, but it's not set up for video at all. It's a little older. It was some of the Canon series stuff just prior to where they were actually able to capture video. So, all right, guys. Today's situation, I think, was good. So today's situation, thumbs up for now. Fog's cleared. It says it's 69 degrees outside. The humidity's down a little bit. We've still got enough to sweat. All in all, not too bad of a work day. Got to stop by the bank, put some money in the bank. Got to go home, get my vlog out for you folks. Get cleaned up. Finish up some of that Christmas shopping I was telling you guys about this morning. So don't forget that, what I told you guys. If any of you guys need to get out there shopping and it's going to be late, you know, ideally today, 8 a.m. this morning, like I said, it was pretty empty at the old Wally Mart. That's good. I wasn't a huge fan of Powerade when it first came out, but that's good. This Mountain Berry Blast, that's good. I do normally like some of the 0-calorie stuff, but it doesn't. Every now and again, you got to get that little bit of sugar. So, all right, I'm going to cut it out. You guys remember that?